Super. Okay, so hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to our Super Mums Demo Jam. We are so excited to be here tonight, joining you virtually. I know that we have lots of people who are joining us from across the globe, and I'm really excited to be hosting this event tonight. So for those of you that I've yet to meet, my name's Rachel. I'm the Global Community Manager for Super Mums, and I'm joined by 7 of our amazing partner companies. And tonight we're going to be doing some demos. If this is your first demo jam, it's going to be a really fun, informative session, and you'll get the opportunity to hear from 7 amazing companies, a bit more about their products and capabilities. So I'm going to tell you a bit about the partner companies and their hosts tonight. So we have joined with us tonight Jean-Michel, who is the CEO and founder and also a Salesforce MVP Hall of Fame from Sharinpix. We have Nathan Cross from Gearset. We have Richard Clark and Joe Garza from Provar. We have Simon Thompson, who's the CEO of Improved Apps. We have Garrett Menichin, who's the Product Marketing Manager from Deselect. We have Gal Steinberg, who's the VP of Partnerships and Strategic Alliances for Revenue Grid. And we have Ray Pereira, who's the CEO and co-founder of Gridmate. So I just want to say a huge welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. So for those of you that are new to Demo Jam, as I've mentioned, you're going to hear from 7 of these amazing companies about their great products. And at the end of the demo jam, you'll get the opportunity to vote for the winner. So the rules are as follows. We'll introduce each company when it's their session to do their demo jam, and then we're going to tell you when the 3-minute timer starts. Each person is going to have strictly 3 minutes to share their screen and demo their product. And then all of you guys, the attendees, our Super Mums community, you get to vote at the end. Now, it's really important if we have any participants that are on from our partner companies that you don't vote for your own company, so no cheating. And while we're voting at the end, you'll have an opportunity as well just to hear from Heather about some of the work that our partner companies do really to support the Super Mums mission. And then at the end, the winner will get a special Demo Jam certificate. Now, before all of you joined, we did see that Jean-Michel has a large cupboard full of trophies and certificates. So I feel like there's going to be a bit of competitiveness here, and we're very excited to see who's going to be crowned the winner. So again, thank you so much for joining us. And again, thank you to all of the companies for supporting our Demo Jam session tonight. So what I'd like to kickstart with is just to tell you a bit more about just a quick overview of some of the work that we've been doing with Super Mums over the last few months. So as you can see here, these are just some of the partner companies that are involved tonight. And at the end, what we're going to be doing is we'll give you an opportunity to be able to connect with all of the participants who are demo jamming tonight, all of their amazing hosts. And then what we will also do at the end is we're going to send you some details so that you can find out how to connect with each of the companies and really learn more about their products from there. So what's happened in Super Mums? So we will be 7 years old as of this year, which is just incredible. So we wanted to share some of our successes and just a quick overview of Super Mums as of 2023. So as of 2023, we've had 968 trainees go through our various different courses that we offer. So we currently offer 5 courses within Super Mums. We've also had 158 volunteers, so that's a combination of our mentors and trainers who've supported us and all of our community in upskilling in Salesforce and launching their careers in the Salesforce ecosystem. We have an 81% success rate in terms of people getting qualified, getting their certs, and then also landing jobs. And we've had 1.35 million in pro bono support. So these are statistics that we are really proud of. And we know that by the end of this month, something that we're really excited about is we are working hard to hit that 1,000 milestone when it comes to the number of trainees that we've supported and upskilled within Salesforce. So such an exciting time. It's something that I'm really proud of, the work that we're doing, and just you know, for me being the global community manager, I love the work that we get to do with our community, the transformation that I get to see our trainees go through, And yeah, it just would not be possible without the support that we get from our volunteers, from our supporting partners, and also from all of you guys, the Supermums community, who have the courage to relaunch your careers, upskill, and really go on that journey with you. So I just wanted to say on behalf of everyone at Supermums, thank you so much to each and every single one of you, and just a massive congrats to every single person that has been on their own journey of transformation, upskilling through our courses. So moving on now, this is just some highlights from some of our community events over the last year. These were all events that I got to be a part of, the 3 that you can see here. And again, just something that's so special to me is to be out in the community. You know, virtual is incredible. I love being able to come on platforms and we can all connect globally, but there's nothing quite as special as that in-person human connection. I am sure you'll agree. And obviously this year, Salesforce have a huge agenda of community events. So I would encourage everyone to get along to something, whether it be a Supermums community event or any events that our partners or Salesforce are running, because globally there's things that you can attend and really get that opportunity to build your network in person. And again, just some highlights from some of our global events that you can see here. So lots of fun, lots of networking, and just a great way to connect and build your network. So again, just to thank you to our participating partners that you can see here, as I'd mentioned in the beginning. And what I'm going to do just now is I am going to pass over to Nikki, who is our Supermums General Manager, and she heads up the training department. So I'll pass over to you, Nikki, just to say a few words.
Thanks, Rachel. Yes, I'm Nikki. I know many of you that are here tonight, so I'm our General Manager at Supermums Training, which means that I oversee our teams that work so hard to ensure that we're getting lots of people onto our courses, but also the actual training that we deliver as well. So I feel somewhat responsible for the experience that all of our Supermums community has in relation to our training courses. I am particularly excited for this Demo Jam. I was telling some trainees in the week just gone that Demo Jams are one of my absolute favourite ways to find out about AppExchange products. We run these events because we know how important it is that our community knows and understands the value of all the products that are out there. And we also know that many of our Supermums community that are here or that listen on record later on will be the people in their companies, either now or later on, that are suggesting these as solutions. So it's really vital that we get a glimpse of what they can do. And it's therefore a great opportunity for the organisations that are here to that support us to share your fantastic products with our wider community. And in our community, we are trainees, we are alumni, and we are also volunteers, as Rachel's already mentioned. So always I like to take an opportunity to thank our mentors that support us and give our time to support all our trainees. So a massive thank you to you. You'll know there's some of you here. And if you're here and you're not yet volunteering or mentoring with us and you've got 2 years or more in the ecosystem, I'd also love to hear from you. So do just look me up on LinkedIn and reach out. So finally, a massive thank you from all of us to the companies that are here. There's such a lineup as Rachel was going through it. I'm so excited to hear more about what everybody's doing. We definitely couldn't do what we do without you. So massive thank you. And back to you, Rachel.
Super, thank you so much. And just for all of our attendees in the background, there's a slight issue with the chat box, but what you can do is if you go into the Q&A section, you can pop your questions in there and yeah, just let us know where you're dialing in from and what you're most excited about to take part in tonight. So with that being said, we are going to get ready to kickstart our Demo Jam. So as I mentioned, each partner is going to have 3 minutes to do their Demo Jam. So we're going to start with Provar, but before we pass to Richard to do his Demo Jam session alongside, where are we here? Joe, there you are there, Joe. I'm going to spotlight you guys. So let me find you. Here we go, you can see now. I'm going to add a spotlight for Joe, there he is. And I'm going to find Richard because he's disappeared. There he is there.
I'm still here, I promise.
And he's here. And I'm going to take myself off the spotlight, but before I do that, I'd like to introduce you guys, and then I will let you know before we're going to go ahead and start the timers. So as I've mentioned, Richard and Joe are representing Provar. Many of you will have heard from Richard in the past. He's been on many of our virtual and both in-person events. He attended our Supermums graduation back in November and shared it was a very inspiring and thought-provoking and just so many insightful takeaways that I know that our community absolutely loved. So thank you, Richard and Joe, for joining us tonight and the work that you do with Supermums and for the Salesforce community. And do you guys want to quickly introduce yourself in terms of your roles for Provar, and then also just a brief synopsis of who Provar is for all our attendees, and I'll let you know after that when we can start the timer.
Thank you. Joe, do you want to go first so you can get your screen share ready?
Yeah, sure thing. Let me go ahead and screen share. But yeah, so I'm Joe Garza. I'm one of the solution engineers here at Provar. But Provar, essentially, we offer solutions that make quality assurance a lot easier in Salesforce. With that being said, I'll hand things over to Richard.
Thank you, Joe. So hi, everyone. Yes, Richard Clark, Chief Product Officer at Provar. My role is to make sure we've got products that are moving forward. We're going to show you some of those new products today that you might not have heard of before, and hopefully excite you on the way. So fingers crossed.
Super, thanks. Looking forward to it, guys. So Jen, just when you're ready, if you can start the 3-minute timer.
No problems. I'll give you a little countdown, shall I? So 3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, everyone. My name's Richard, and this is Joe. We want to put on quite a show. If you've heard of Provar, then you should know the original and best for testing. Well, with Provar, you can quickly create test cases that ensure your apps are up to date. You can find and address issues with just a few clicks. Our test automation is the ultimate fix. Provar customers can test with ease, reduce application errors and the fees, save on manual testing, eliminate stress. Provar automates to help you progress. Now we're showing you something new, a test management app on Salesforce SKU. More than that, it's more than one tool. It's a central place for your quality jewel. Find Provar Manager on the App Exchange. It's a native app, so there's nothing strange. So easy to learn, you'll soon be trained, and a free trial today, but for now, we'll explain. It's a quality hub with all your QA stuff. Now that's not just our automation buff, also unit and manual tests, if that's enough. No? Or how about testing those flows you love? Wait, what? You ask, is that all? No, we're not going to drop the ball. We've got coverage reports, dashboards, history, all. Static analysis, environments, systems to enthrall. Even better, it's connected for total completion. Your Jira, your Azure, your stories and reasons. Look, we've even got AI test creation. Oh my days, this would be your salvation. We've plugins aplenty to keep you delighted. DevOps Center already. We see you're excited. Metadata integration, please. We heard your cry. Tell me what's changed, what to test, and why. But Richard, you ask, is that all data entry? No, I reply, we just schedule. How trendy. Our grid is your grid to run every test. This is why we're showing we're still the best. Come to our website, sign up for a trial, learn about testing. There's nothing to rival. We hope you enjoyed our demo today. Please vote, like, and tweet without delay. Thank you.
Super, and you had time left to go.
Yeah, you've still got 3 seconds left.
There's always room for errors.
How long's it got now?
That is definitely a good thing to do. Thank you so much, Richard and Joe. That was fantastic. Right, so Remove spotlight. We'll take you guys out of the limelight just for now. And we are moving on to Gal Steinberg from Revenue Grid. So Gal, I am just going to find you. And that's it, you've got your screen share.
Yeah, and I don't know how I'm going to top the rhymes by Provar there. That's pretty impressive.
It was impressive. So Gal, just for all the attendees that are watching, can you just do a quick intro? Who are you? And tell us a bit about Revenue Grid, please.
Yeah, I'm Gal Steinberg. I'm head of partnership at Revenue Grid. And Revenue Grid helps you automate the activity capture that does not happen in Salesforce, bring and log everything to Salesforce, and on top of that, help you identify revenue leakage by providing revenue intelligence that will help your team be more efficient and make sure to identify where we have gaps in the process and where we're leaking revenue by people not following the process.
Super, thank you so much, Gal. So Jen, if you want to give a countdown, and Gal can start with his 3-minute demo.
Okie dokie. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, imagine you're a super mom. You work hard time. You don't have time for rhyming and stuff. You have your head of sales asking you, why are people not logging the activities into Salesforce? I'm looking at opportunities at the end of the quarter and I have no idea what's going on, what's up to date. But you say, hey, you know, I'm a super mom and I installed Revenue Grid, right? So now, instead of looking at the same opportunities that you looked before and have no idea, now you can see exactly what's happening here, right? I'm looking at opportunity. Hey, your team had 7 meetings, made 2 phone calls, received 48 emails, sent 70, and even had 62 Slack or Teams messages. You know, now my head of sales can have a breath. You know, it's the end of the quarter, super stress is stressing me. I'm going to help him even more. Let's dive into this opportunity that he wants his team to close. Oh my God, it's supposed to close in the next few days. Is there an activity? I can show him immediately that his team is not making, there's no activity here. And in an outbound email went out yesterday, let's go back in time. And now another outbound email a month ago. When is our last meeting? Our last meeting is 2 months ago, and of sign of life, also 2 months ago. Now I know this is not closing in the next few days, and I'm not gonna look like a fool, and my CEO, my head of sales, will not look like fools in front of the board. Well, let's look at another opportunity that's supposed to close in the next few days. It's in red here, bleeding red. What's going on here? Well, we see activity, Slack messages, meetings, but are we talking to the right people? Are we spending too much time with the project manager, but we're not talking to the head of sales? And Revenue Grid identifies here the CEO of the company, not even in Salesforce, by looking at all our communication, right? So now we can be much more efficient. We can try to reach out to Tony Stark, you know, because you know what? If we are not having drinks with Tony Stark, our competitor is. They will close the deal while we are talking to the project manager. We need to be multi-threaded, and we also add signals telling you, hey, you need to reach out to the decision maker. He's not responding to you. This deal has high probability of not closing. That's important. Well, what else can Revenue Grid do? Revenue Grid can show us, how is the team performing? Is the team on track, creating meetings, getting responses, reaching out? And even more important, that we can show at Revenue Grid how the leakage of the revenue is happening, where we're dropping the ball. Look, we're dropping the ball a ton of times here in the qualification stage, in the discovery stage. Well, by being a super mom and installing Revenue Grid, I help my head of sales and my CEO be more efficient and close more deals and figure where we have revenue leaks. Thank you.
Time. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Gal. Super. Okay, moving on next, we are going to go to Improved Apps. We're going to go to Simon Thompson, who's the CEO of Improved Apps. Simon, could you please introduce yourself and just tell us a brief description of who Improved Apps is?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for your time. Improved Apps helps customers drive ROI out of Salesforce. So we have a few solutions that were listed on the App Exchange, 100% native, but we're really focused on driving usage and adoption. So we'll be focusing our attention today on a free app to help you get started with understanding how usage is working across the orgs that you're asked to work in. So I look forward to showing you that in the demonstration.
Super, thanks Simon. So Jane, if you want to do your countdown and we'll kickstart the demo.
Okie dokie, 3, 2, 1, over to you.
Thank you. So as I say, you can get started. It's very quick and easy to install from our website, improvedapps.com. This Learn More button will get you to a registration page. After installation, which takes about a minute or two, there's a little bit of config, which we step you through using our own application. You get access to this dashboard. So within 15 to 20 minutes, you can start to see how your users are engaging with your applications hour by hour. So there's a few different sort of KPIs that I will be calling out here. Being able to have a look, for example, over time, what pages or sub pages are your users touching as they navigate around your applications. And because we're native, this works through Experience Cloud, it works on Salesforce Mobile, and it works on all the browsers that Salesforce support without any reliance on browser extensions. A very strong use case, for example, we get asked quite a lot is how many times are different people in different geographies or in different roles within my business accessing various knowledge articles. Standard Salesforce doesn't give you that usage information, and that's just one particular use of our application. So here we can see day by day and all the different areas of the application that people are touching on. Maybe you want to check out the busy hours of the day versus what days of the week people are accessing the system. So if you're using and you're pushing out any changes to users, maybe you want to find those particular groups of users that are affected by that change. You can use these analytics to find out when the quiet times are for those groups of users. Why not push out the change during those quiet times and use our analytics to help you find the best time to push out changes to your users. We can see over here that we can see what devices people are accessing from, whether they're accessing Salesforce through mobile or a browser, and specifically what type of browser. So there's all sorts of ways that we can sort of dice and slice this information, and we urge you to go and install it into a sandbox, test it out. It really starts to come to life when you're put it into a production environment where you've got all of your production users. And we'd be happy to support any of you as you go through the process. So just before I wrap up, one very popular use case that came to us just recently with a customer was around cases. Customers were users in a call center were cherry picking cases to work on. They plugged in our analytics on cases, and then they were able to see that which users were looking at the case and then ignoring it, going to other cases. So with this analysis, that stopped that cherry picking happening because suddenly people realized that every case they looked at, they knew there was a history that they looked at that specific case. Now, all of this data is captured in your org. We provide all the maintenance tools to help you maintain this data. So think Google Analytics for Salesforce, but you have full control and access to the data and content in your org where you install this. When you go to production and usage tracker, just register here and we'll send you all the instructions to get going.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Simon.
Okay, thank you.
Super, thank you so much. Okay, so we are moving on next to Ray Pereira from Gridmate. Let me just find you, Ray. Okay, 1 second till we find Ray. Okay. Hi, Ray, are you there? Ray, I can see you.
Hi guys.
Oh, you're
good.
here.
I am. I think I joined a different link though. Sorry about that.
Yeah, apologies, no problem at all. Glad you're here now. So, Ray, are you ready? We're going to introduce you first, but just to check, you've just joined us. Are you ready to go and do your demo? You're ready.
Yeah, sure. 1 second since I joined. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it, yeah. Ray, before we do the demo, Jen's going to do a countdown, but do you want to just quickly introduce yourself to everybody that's watching and tell us a bit more about Gridmate?
Certainly, yeah, thanks a lot, Rachel. So I'm Ray Pereira, CEO and one of the co-founders of Gridmate.
This is our app exchange listing. So if you see Gridmate actually focus on the UI, UX, and really enhancing the user experience. So one of the things is like we have 30 plus components that we have built. So we have built on LWC framework. So we are native to Salesforce and LWC. And once you even see the quick demo that I'm going to do for you guys, you will not, it's kind of white label. The UI, the look and feel is exactly Salesforce, but it's like Salesforce on steroids, right? I think yeah, so that's Gridmate. We are not only supporting grids, we support multiple use cases, record layouts, maps, calendars, and all this stuff, but obviously I cannot show everything. I'm going to focus on one single component that is can be used by any user for admins and for users. Yep.
Super. Thanks so much, Ray. Right, Jen's going to do your countdown and your 3 minutes will begin. Over to you, Jen.
Cool. 1 second, guys. Here you go. Yep. Okay. James, go ahead.
3, 2, 1, go.
Cool. Thanks a lot. So here's one of our components. It's called the Gridmate user grid. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to create this. So basically you hit new. And then once you go there, here's the object name. So you can call in any object, whether it's a custom or standard. So here's accounts. You can pull in the Salesforce list view, which is all accounts. And then also after that, you can name your grid. So once you create that, here's a already created grid, which is called the Supermoms accounts. So if you see here, like in Excel, right? Salesforce has always limitations. So we bypass that limitation. So here we have aggregation. We support aggregation, color conditioning, and then also grouping as well. So here's we are on the list. List view of accounts. You can edit on the view mode. Here we go. And then also you can create your own filters. And here we have the search insert. You can search by any field. Then we have the config wiz, which is point click. Anyone can actually create their grids from here and configure from there. Excel freezing, freeze columns. You can freeze the columns here. And then also I'm going to go in where you can actually export to a CSV or Excel file. Now, once you export to Excel file, it will show like this. Here we go. And I'm going to actually copy these 3 records just to show you, because we have an import as well. So you can import a CSV or Excel. And once I go to the edit mode, here's actually the true inline editing on Salesforce. And if you see here, we support all fields, rich text, long text. And I'm going to create 3 records. And then also, which I copied, I'm going to paste it here as well. There you go. So I pasted those 3 records and I can save it right away. So back to the view mode, I can actually do model creation or create a record from here. I can also do, I can actually do mass cloning. I can do mass update or all these updatable records, and then also mass delete as well. Now here I have, we call this Grid Explorer. We have columns, filters, sort, and grouping. Here I can actually add any field I want. Here you can filter by quick or advanced, sort by multiple columns, and grouping as well. So here, another thing, the last thing I want to show you is we are the only component or the technology that has it is where you can have split view, right? So here we have the detail record page. We have the we can also bring your inline objects, which is like test contacts. If I go here, we have the contacts. And then also the opportunities as well. So everyone a user gets a 360 view, a single source of truth of all the his or her data in a single view.
Thank you, Ray. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Thanks so much, Ray. I'm so glad it's you, Jen, doing the timer and cutting everybody off.
It feels so rude cutting people off. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was super. Thanks. What we're going to do is the chat box has been enabled. So once everybody's done their demo, we'll give each host from each participating company 1 minute for our audience to ask a question. So if you have any burning questions for any of our hosts, any of their demos, any of their products, then make sure that you pop it in the Q&A chat box just now. And then when we get to the quick fire chat box round, it will give you the opportunity to ask your question. Now I'll pick the question, I'll ask them, and each person from each company will get 1 minute. So yes, we'll do that at the end. So thank you so much, Ray. So the next person that we are moving on to now is we are going to Deselect. Garrett, I will find you. Where is Garrett? There he is. Hi, Garrett. Thank you so much for joining us. Garrett, can you please introduce yourself to everyone and tell us a bit about Deselect?
Sure. Hey, everyone. My name is Garrett Minikini. I am Deselect's product marketing manager. Happy Monday, joining you from Austin, Texas, over here in the States. Just a quick intro about Deselect. Deselect exists to make the lives of marketers easier and more simplified while making the most of Marketing Cloud. So if you are using Marketing Cloud, you most likely got into marketing or some facet that works with marketing, not to be a rocket scientist or an engineer, but because you want to be a marketer. And so most people get Marketing Cloud thinking they're getting a bicycle, and they find out they got a rocket launch control center. So we are here to fix that and make that much more simple.
Super. Thanks so much, Garrett. Excited to hear from you guys. So over to Jen, who's going to do your 3-second timer. Do you have something that you want to share first of all to bring up?
I do. Hopefully you guys can see my screen now.
Yep, perfect. So we can see we are viewing your Deselect search in SFMC. Perfect. Correct.
Yep.
Okay, all good to go?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Off you go.
All right, so Deselect, like I said, is made specifically for marketers in Marketing Cloud. We have 3 products right now. I'm just starting you on our most popular product, which is a free tool. We've got tens of thousands of users using Deselect Search, which is essentially the search engine or the Google of Marketing Cloud. So no more digging through folders or having to know the exact file name of what you're looking for to find what you need, data extensions, objects, etc. You can also find our other products on the App Exchange, which I'll go into Segment, which is our primary today. So Deselect Segment is a no-code audience segmentation tool. So whenever you're creating an audience or you want to get a breakdown of that audience, so you can use as a data extension, using your email campaigns, using Journey Builder, this is that no-code tool. Before, you have to know the language SQL, structured query language. No one enjoys writing that language. Even engineers don't enjoy writing that language. So now, we have a very simple drag and drop tool, which I'll show you right now, that lets marketers do this in a fraction of the time. Even, by the way, engineers can do it in a fraction of the time than code. It is true, I promise. So in Marketing Cloud, if you recognize this dashboard, if you use it, you go and you find us through the App Exchange, and then you open up Deselect Segments. This is the home page of Segment, which you can find a list of selections. A selection is just an audience segment or a customer segment that you've built. And so how does this work pragmatically? So if I create a new selection, this is what that looks like. I'll focus you on the left side of this page, the top left, where it says available data sources. Here you have access to an aggregate list of all of your data sources in Marketing Cloud, your synchronized data extensions, shared, custom, even your data views. You can use these as data source to create that audience segment. And it's as simple as dragging one and then dropping it on top of the other. And then I can tell Marketing Cloud through SQL normally, but right now, how I want to actually join this data and join these audiences. Again, as simple as drag and drop. Beyond that, I move on to this target definition screen, step number 2, where I can either create a brand new data extension in 5 seconds, which usually takes about 20 or 30 minutes before, and I can tell Marketing Cloud what the output is to be done with this. And then finally, there's this preview screen, in which we will deselect in the background, we'll run a query and then pull a short list of who's in that audience segment. So let's say I want to market to all super moms who are between 27 and 49 and live in Northern England. I can quickly get a sample to find out if I've hit the mark or not, and I can get a test to make sure I don't have to do this over and over again. And so that's our app. And then we also have a brand new tool to help marketers control marketing fatigue, which I am doing a webinar on with our co-founder, Jonathan, tomorrow. You can find this on our website if you want to learn more about stopping marketing fatigue and not overwhelming your customers.
Oh, finished.
Amazing. You had like 3 seconds to go. Fantastic.
Thanks so much, Garrett. That was super. Okay, so we are moving on to, we now are going to move on to Gearset. We have Nathan Cross, who's the host on behalf of Gearset, account executive. So Nathan, I am going to spotlight you, can see you there.
Yeah.
And Nathan, do you want to just introduce yourself and just tell all of our viewers a bit about Gearset?
Absolutely. So nice to be with everyone today. I'm one of the account executives here at Gearset. So if you come to look at Gearset, it's probably someone like myself that you'll have an initial chat with. I help folks both on a kind of technical front, kind of help them with pairing with the solutions we have, but then also on the commercial side should we make a good fit there. A little bit of background for Gearset. We are a complete DevOps solution for Salesforce. We help with release management, so moving of metadata changes, both in a source and a target manner, but all the way up to a kind of Git-based automated release process. We also help with monitoring, testing, moving of data and records, and also disaster recovery as well.
Always a good thing to have. Thanks so much, Nathan. Right, Jen, if you're ready, Nathan, we will start your countdown timer and you can start your demo. All good to go?
Absolutely.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, off you go.
Hey folks, Gearset does quite a bit, but today I'm going to take you through making a metadata deployment with Gearset. So what I'm going to do is select my source. So I've got some changes via a feature request that I've been working on in my dev environment, and I want to push this into my QA for my QA testing. I've selected a comparison filter here, and I can kick off the comparison. Now what's going to happen here is we're going to retrieve that metadata from both the source and the target. We're then going to compare the differences and spit out those on the comparison page in just a moment. We'll also detect things like dependencies, relationships, any profile permission changes, and things like layouts and a whole host of different analysis that kind of goes into the comparison engine here. What you'll see is a various amount of tabs to work through the different types of changes. I've got columns that I can filter by, and then a nice handy diff viewer that represents that difference between the two environments. I know what I want to deploy today. It's my discount percentage new custom field, so I'm going to include that. But the real power really lies in this down arrow here, which is where I can see any of those dependent items. I can see any of those used by, so here's a layout change. Definitely want to include that, and I can be very selective here and just bring in layouts specific to that component. And I've got my profile and permission changes here that I can either deploy very granularly as individual profiles or in whole sets here as well. Once I've built my deployment package, I can move on to my problem analysis. And oh, it looks like there's a suggested and automatic fix here. Fairly common one. I've left out the dependency for discount percentage. It's okay. Gearset's letting me know that this dependency exists, and I can include it by a click of a button. Once I've run through my problem analysis, I then got my pre-deployment summary page, nice way to check over my packages as everything I was looking to deploy. I can add a deployment friendly name. I can add some notes here as well. And if I'm using anything like Jira, Azure DevOps, or Asana for my ticketing, I can even attach a Jira ticket and even update the status of a Jira ticket as we go. So this is going to move into my QA environment, and therefore it's going to go to QA. I can also validate this package, so maybe I'm not quite ready to make this deployment, maybe I'm working collaboratively, or maybe it's just not quite time for my sprint release. So I want to check everything I've been working on so far is going to go through successfully. However, I know I want to make the deployment, so I'm going to do just that. Once I've made the deployment, I'll have a PDF report generated, so you can download for your hard copy. I'll have a nice summary of all those changes that I've deployed. And to show off that Jira integration as well, we had some nice comments here and information on that Jira side. I've got a couple of options that I can do post-deployment in terms of deploying this to a new target, or even cloning the entire package and comparing it against a new instance. But if I come to my deployment history, I can do the same options, but I can also crucially roll back. That's my demo. Thank you very much.
Yep. That was literally as I was about to say it. You beat me to it.
Just in time. Thanks so much, Nathan. That was super. Okay, so we are going to move on now, last but certainly not least, to Jean-Michel, and he is the CEO and founder of Sharinpix. So I'm going to find you, Jean-Michel. There we go. Can see there you're raring, ready to go, not competitive at all. Let's get you spotlighted. And I think I just need to make sure, let's see, Nathan, could you just stop your screen share there?
Yeah, I'm already sharing my screen.
You were super quick. Okay.
That's pretty cool. So do I have my 5 seconds to present myself before we start the timing?
Please do. Tell everyone a bit about yourself and Sharinpix, please.
Absolutely. So Sharinpix, we are image experts. Obviously, we know what to do with photos in Salesforce. You're going to see that in a second in the demo. I'm in France. It's night here, and very sorry for my bad English accent. I hope that everybody gonna understand what I'm gonna say. It's not sure about it, but I'm a visual guy, so I'm just gonna show you things that are very visual. So it should be enough.
Super, thank you so much. Okay, Jen, over to you, and we will count down and start your timer.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so Sharinpix, we are very famous about using photos in Salesforce and helping you guys to do so. What we have is an implementation in Salesforce where you can see, as an example, in that iPad and Salesforce mobile app, very easily to view pictures and so on, to make annotation and all the things like that. We have provided that to people on the field mostly, and we have learned a lot about what people require on the field, not only to take pictures, but also to be able to enter a lot of values. So here we have an example by a click of a button to open a PDF form that is working offline. So people can have fields that are going to be automatically defaulted by Salesforce values, as well as visual things. I'll get back to that in a second. And signature. So you can even make people sign that by themselves or handle that to the customer so he can sign that out. But you know what? This technology works within Salesforce, but the beauty of it, it's also available in a PDF. So you can send that PDF to anybody. It just requires to install the Sharinpix app. And because it contains links to the Sharinpix app that is connected to Salesforce with the security, that means that it works even on WhatsApp. Yes. So on that PDF, if you have a sketching area, you can click on that sketching area, and guess what? It's going to open the template image so you can very easily draw things that are very visual. By the way, we have added some intelligence here. So if you hold a part like that, you will be able to make it virtual very easily and modify that. You will be also able to make measurements very precisely like that with a touch UI, entering the values behind it, and even changing if you need the color or whatsoever you need. You can take advantage of a grid, so you can show the path of an electric path that needs to be corrected and so on, and many other things like that. And all that available directly from a PDF, as well as taking pictures. So if I click here, I can have a way to take a lot of pictures. So here I am, come on. I can take a picture of my speaker, my French Touch Dreaming, a great event, by the way, all the other things, stickers, and guess what? If I want to scan a document, this is also included. Things gonna be detected automatically, and boom, this is gonna be squared and saved automatically as a scanned document and uploaded to Salesforce. So if ever the PDF is sent to Salesforce, guess what? You can send that to your customer. So in his email, he will be able to retrieve all that filled out. So you will retrieve all the things that have been done, such as the sketching, as well as the photos that has been taken. And the thumbnail here are sensitive, meaning that if you can click on a thumbnail like this one, it will open and you will be able to go buy the details. That's it. This is Sharinpix from the other chain.
C'est bon.
I'm good. So should I talk?
Rachel, you're on mute.
Rachel, you're on mute. That's another one.
I'm back. Thank you so much, Jean-Michel. I couldn't find the unmute button and the screen button there. Thank you for your demo, and thank you so much to everybody for your fantastic demo session. So for all of our attendees who are watching, I want to just remind you that it's your opportunity just now. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring up a poll. which you'll be able to see. And this is your opportunity now to vote for your company. So what I'm going to do quickly is just remind you in the order of who spoke, so that you guys can vote for your Demo Jam winner. So who was your favourite demo? So first of all, we had Richard Clark from Provar. Secondly, we had Revenue Grid, that was Gal Steinberg. Third, we had Simon Thompson from Improved Apps. Fourth, we had Ray Pereira from Gridmate. Fifth, we had Garrett Menichin from Deselect. Sixth, we had Nathan Cross from Gearset. And again, last but not least, number 7 was Jean-Michel from Sharinpix. So this is your opportunity now. If we go to the poll for you guys to pick your votes. Now, what we are going to do, don't look yet, no cheating. So what I'm going to do just now is I am going to pass to Heather Black, who is our Supermums founder, just to share a wee bit about the work that we do with our partner companies and how that helps support our mission and our company and all of you guys, our Supermums community. So over to you, Heather.
No worries, thanks Rachel. I'm too busy looking at the poll. I want to know who's going to be the winner. It's brilliant, really good, and so amazing to see all the different products. And the reason we like working with you guys and the audiences, I think it's so important to be proactively aware of the different Salesforce apps and the things that you can plug in to extend all the functionality, either for you as a Salesforce administrator, Salesforce consultant, or to support your end users. Because if we're proactively aware of all these amazing apps, then we can bring great results and solutions and options to our end users and our customers, depending on what role you're playing, without always being on that back foot or really not knowing what a possible solution is. So I think it's great where you can really inspire your end users or your customers that you're working with by saying, did you know you could do X, Y, Z? And I think when you look at these products and you know about them, you think, oh my gosh, actually, this is amazing. Like, why didn't I know about these before? And quite often you wouldn't go and perhaps find these solutions as a reactive need, because people don't know what to ask for if they're not aware of the technology in the first place. It's the same thing with Salesforce. You know, quite often people come to Salesforce because they need a Sales Cloud solution, but they don't know it does Service Cloud or Marketing Cloud and all the other things until you tell them. So it's the same thing with the apps. You know, the more that you can be aware of the different apps, the more you can upskill in them and introduce them to your end users or your customers, the more that they'll be aware of them and be able to really maximize them. And I think, you know, tonight we've got an amazing set of products and partners who do a variety of different, you know, extensions on the platform that really add value in lots and lots of different ways. So hopefully tonight you've had an indication of what is possible. And as part of what we're doing with also our partners is you'll also find out more about them through other blogs and webinars and alumni events that we're doing. So certainly tonight's a taster, but at Supermums you will be learning more and more about these different products as we go through the year as well. So thank you everyone for participating and supporting us as always, and love the demos, it was brilliant. So I'll hand back to Rachel.
Thanks so much, Heather. So what we're going to do now, no cheating, do not look at the poll. We're going to announce the winner shortly. I can see that you guys have been in about the chat, which is great, answering any questions. So again, for our attendees, this really is your opportunity now to get your questions asked. Wait a second, I'll just remove the spotlight there. So pop your questions in the Q&A chat, but what we are going to do is we're going to give each host the opportunity to answer a quick fire question, which they have not been prepped on. So we're going to put you guys on the spot and you're going to have 1 minute. So Jen's going to start the timer as I come to you and you'll have 1 minute to answer this question. So we're going to go in a different order this time and we're going to start with Jean-Michel from Sharinpix. So I am just going to grab you, Jean-Michel, so you can come on the screen. Thanks for your demo, Jean-Michel, and your quick fire question, and Jen's going to start the timer once I've asked it. So Jean-Michel, can you tell us what's been your favourite use case of your product?
So
Okay,
there is people that are doing amazing things with the app, and you have no idea about how photo can be really helpful, such as Proof as an example. And there is so many places, just like what you do. If you go on your roll on your smartphone, I'm sure you're gonna find the use cases that you have with photos that is just like a price tag on Best Buy or whatsoever, because you don't want to know things. So guess what? Every single use case is my favorite one, because it's always a very brand new one coming with something I never thought about.
Super. Thank you so much, Jean-Michel. Nice and precise. Okay, fab. Right, we are going to go to next, Richard from Provar. So I will just grab you, your quickfire question. Okay, Richard. What certifications can people do with you to learn about testing?
So we've created our own learning management system called University of Provar, and we've got all the material on there. It's free to access, where you can learn not only about how to use our product, but the different ways you can integrate testing with DevOps. We've also authored 4 Trailhead modules. I think you can see 3 of them at the moment. So if you go onto Trailhead and you do a search about testing, the standard Salesforce content, if you're not an Apex developer, you'll find just unit testing. What we do at Provar is teach people about functional testing, performance testing, about quality. So we've got all that information on Trailhead, and I think 8 more courses coming as well. And as I say, if you come to the Provar website, you can sign up, get access to a trial, and get access to all our sort of 52, I think, courses we've got. So different courses to sort different roles.
Super, thanks so much, Richard. Not in rhyme, but great answer.
I didn't know the question.
Thank you so much. Okay, so next we're going to go to Gridmate, and let me just find you. Where are you, Ray? Let me see. There you go. Okay, add the spotlight. Okay, thanks so much, Ray. So we have your quickfire question. Ray, can you tell us what's your latest product innovation?
Sure. It's top secret, but I can give put up. I mean, there are actually 2. So one is the map component where you can actually explore. I mean, you can. It's called the Map Explorer, where you can actually bring any object and show it on a map, similar to pretty much Salesforce Map and GeoPoint, but a kind of a basic version. I mean, not a basic, kind of a basic, but a cheaper version than providing. And we are also building a smart node app, which will come towards the end of this Q2, which is going to change the entire whole way. The whole system was, I mean, Salesforce, how Quip is being used. It's going to be native, and it's going to be pretty cool with collaborative ways to, you emailing, contracts and all this stuff. So that's where we do, and our innovation is pretty good.
That's
I guess I answered your question pretty well.
Thanks so much, Ray. Yeah, definitely big fans of Quip with Supermom. So always good to hear about innovations coming for that, because we use it a lot. Okay, cool. So next we have, who are we going to next? We're going to go to next. We're going to go back to Nathan from Gearset. So I am going to find you, Nathan. There we go. There you are. Okay, super. Thanks, Nathan. And your quickfire question is, what certifications can people do with you to learn about DevOps?
Yeah, great question. So we have a dedicated learning platform called the DevOps Launchpad. You can navigate it via the platform, and it starts you off with very basics of kind of utilizing Git and source control, all the way up to what kind of branching strategy you should implement, and you can earn a certification there on your DevOps skills.
Thank you. Nice, clear, concise. Thanks so much. Okay, so we are going to move back to Simon from Improved Apps.
Hello.
There we go. I can see you, Simon. Thank you. Okay, quick fire question. I'm really putting you guys on the spot. So Simon, what are your favourite user adoption KPIs?
I think the most interesting ones are ones that give a great picture of which users are struggling most. Where is the demand of users needing help and training within the application? So we showed you improve usage tracker today. That sets you on your journey to really understanding usage and adoption. But we have various steps that you can go through of maturity, and being able to not only capture and monitor users' demand, which is a massive KPI. If you're going to be spending any time trying to help your end users, make sure you're helping them where they actually need help. So the demand KPI is probably the biggest, but there's a variety of KPIs depending on the maturity of our customers in terms of understanding the breadth and depth of true usage and adoption across any Salesforce deployment.
Super, thank you so much, Simon.
Thank you.
Okay, over to Garrett from Deselect. Garrett, your quickfire question is, what's your free product that people can download?
Oh, great question, because we're about to have another one that you can download for free in just a couple of weeks. In fact, if you guys are going to Salesforce's biggest marketing cloud and CDP, or now called Customer Data Cloud event, Connections in Chicago, you'll find us there. And that's where we're launching it. But reach out to me, Garrett at deselect.com, and I will send you access earlier. I'm really, truly not supposed to tell you guys this, but we're about to release a free version of Segments. Our free one that's predominant, though, we've got, I believe, just over 10,000 users is Deselect Search. That first one I showed you on the App Exchange. It's truly the search engine for Marketing Cloud. You don't have to go digging for anything. There's lots of pain and people complaining about having to know the exact name of the data extension, knowing the folder. All that's gone. It's such an easy tool, available on as a Chrome extension or on the App Exchange. And then we're going to release a free version of Segment very, very soon.
Love that. A bit of juicy exclusive information there. Thank you so much. Okay, so last but not least, we'll go back to Gal from Revenue Grid, and your quickfire question is, can you share, Gal, some real stories of impact for organizations using Revenue Grid?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And I showed you the revenue leakage map, right? And one of the things that's really hard to do with Salesforce is track the progress of a lead all the way from inception, that's done by marketing, to sales, right? And with Revenue Grid, that's what you can do. And one of the things is, like, we bring the marketing and the sales together and track the lead all the way from the start, from getting the lead all the way to closing the deal. So there's no a blind spot anymore for the marketers, trying to understand what's the sales generating from the marketing activity, and there's no blind spot from sales to see, hey, you know, where do we get those leads? We can really track everything and can identify where there's big drop off, and then you go and try to optimize that spot. And then you kind of fix a few things and you move to the next one. So you can keep optimizing each step in your funnel all the way from lead to closure. And a small change in each one of those can actually lead to a huge impact on revenue. And that's what we see.
That's your time, Gal. Thank you so much. Perfect. Right. Thank you so much. I know that I well and truly put all of you on the spot there. So for all the attendees watching, the host did not know the quickfire questions. So you really got an insight into, one, do they know their product? And two, how do they react under pressure? So well done to all of you, because you answered brilliantly. And I just wanted again to say thank you so much for all of the work that you put into getting your demos ready for tonight. It's certainly been so enjoyable for me to learn more about your products and your company. So if you've yet to vote, it's time now to get your votes in. So think about who gave the most useful, insightful and effective demo of their product. And as I've mentioned already, you can vote using our Zoom poll, which is up now. You should see this on your screen right about now. So it's underneath if you've yet to see that. So again, massive thank you to all of the hosts for those great insights, and well done to all of the teams and the great demo sessions that you guys prepped. I know that, you know, Supermums are so proud to work with all of you. And again, like, after this event, if you have any events that you're running, anything that you can share with our community, then please get in touch with me and we'll liaise that out after this event. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually very excited to find out who the winner is. I've not peeked, and I'm not going to peek because I'm going to pass over to Heather, who hopefully has checked the poll, and we'll do a drum roll. Wait a wee second. I'm going to spotlight you. Okay, and are you ready?
Exciting. You guys have all done an amazing job. I'm going to share the results. But yeah, I'm like, it's blown away. I think you've all done an amazing job, and the results will show you that. So you can see the results now. It was across the board, guys, but Improved Apps stole the spotlight. So well done, Simon, and Improved App. That's awesome.
Thank you all very much.
I'm doing a little certificate. Look, you got your certificate there. There with everyone. So well done, Simon. But look, it was well across the board from that. So I think, you know, it just goes that everybody did a fantastic job. You all had your different USP. And there was bits that you all love different things of it tonight. So thank you everyone. It's fantastic, and we'll be sharing your little certificate, Simon, so you can post it, and we'll obviously be posting it online as well.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Super. So just a reminder for everybody that's attended, first of all, thank you again for participating. Well done to Simon. We hope that you all learned a lot from today, and if you'd like to find out more about Supermums, head to supermums.org and you can check out all the different ways that we can support you in training, recruitment and our consultancy services. We look forward to seeing all of your takeaways on social media, so don't forget to tag us and then put the hashtag SuperMumsDemo2023. Jen can pop that in the chat just now, and it means that we can click on that hashtag and also share it with all of the hosts so that they can see all of your posts. And what we're going to do as well just now, for all the hosts that are on, please stay with us. Please, if you're happy to, put your camera on, because we're going to take a picture of all of the participants. I want your best smiles, your best wavy faces, and then we're going to pop this on social and we're going to tag all of you, so the individual host and your company, and it means that all of our community can find you, they can connect with you, and they can get in touch with you. So I'm just going to stop the screen share. Let me just see. Heather, I think that, there we go, it's Heather's screen. Let's just get that, stop this participant sharing. Okay, we've got all our hosts here, and Jen's going to do the screenshot and going to bring your best smiley face.
Keep doing cheese, keep waving. Thank you. Amazing, thank you.
Super, thank you so much. There's some chats going on still in the Q&A, but I believe that all of your team, or if not you guys, have answered. So we're coming to the end of our demo jam. As I've mentioned, we'll be advertising the demo jam to the Supermums community. So we're going to email this out to our wider community, including our volunteers and our mentors. But just again, just to wrap up, huge thank you to each and every single one of you for supporting us, for working with us, and just bringing your enthusiasm, your knowledge, and all of your insights to this session tonight. It's been really enjoyable for me to host, and yeah, just massive thanks, and we look forward to collaborating again in the future. And yes, thank you so much everybody, and have an amazing day or night, whatever time zone you're in. Bye.
Thanks everyone. See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye, Richard. Bye, Simon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Well done.
Thank you very much. First time we've won.
Well done.
Cheers,
thanks so much. Speak
okay.
soon.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Where's the recording?